So do you see a distinct difference between the clientele that you have for a masala library and vis-a-vis what you have in a Farzi cafe? Do you see that, or is there a blur somewhere? Or
big blur, big overlap.
Okay.
So the big merging of the two columns, so to speak.
All right.
So this is again a very gourmet restaurant, Farzi Cafe.
Okay.
That is a more premium restaurant, bigger wine list, more formal setting, very detailed a la carte as well, but mainly a chef tasting menu is what we really want people to have. And a place where you entertain, place where you go out maybe once a month.
Okay.
Once in 45 days to enjoy.
All right.
You celebrate, you go there to kind of, showcase Indian food. This is more repeatable, more regular. You can come and have a drink in the evening, have a couple of tapas and walk out, or you can come and have a full meal, or you can listen to cutting edge fusion music, stuff like that. So I think both have people that come, so people visit both obviously, especially in Bombay where we have both. We can clearly see that. A lot of our Masala Library people going to Farzi Cafe and Farzi Cafe people going to Masala Library. But the youth that was earlier perhaps not able to afford Masala Library very often can come to Farzi Cafe very, very often. It's very easy on the wallet, $1,000 APC including food and a drink, and it's really it's designed to be repeatable from ground up. So if you want to have a drink, come. You want to have a meal. You want to listen to music. You want to just be in a lively upmarket but high energy atmosphere. You can do that. So that's what the clientele is. Very, very merging, but also you have other spectrum. Some serious diners will not want to come to a casual space with loud music, whereas some very youthful people will find that too uptight.
All right.
So it works that way.
Okay. So let's talk a bit about the food. I mean, the food at Farzi is unmistakably Indian. I mean, with bold flavors, but I'd say it's reinterpreted. It's reinterpreted. Maybe some would say to slightly Western sensibilities or modern sensibilities. So how do you go about the process of creating dishes on the menu? I mean, if you can illustrate with a couple of examples.
So, for example, I have personally traveled the world and I love world cuisine. I love American food. I love steaks and burgers. I love French food. I love Japanese food a lot, Asian food. Obviously, Indian is my favorite. So I wanted to build a restaurant that had influences from all these various places and all these various cuisines that I personally love, and I think most of the people in India love, and bring them all together somehow creatively, sensibly, thoughtfully, combine, fuse them so as to create a juxtaposition and a fresh cuisine concept which is freestyle in a way. So the goal was to literally have influences and foods that we love eating in other cuisines, but mold them with Indian flavors, boldness, Indian spices, and keeping the host cuisine's integrity alive.
Okay.
So the process, for example, burgers. I love burgers, but I always thought that some burgers are a little dry. They become, if you overcook them, they're ruined. The condiments play a huge role. Without a good mustard or a relish or a mayo, you're not going to get a good burger experience. The bun is all messy, hard, dense. So we came up with a galauti burger, where we take the ultimate softest kebab on the planet, the galauti, Lucknowi galauti, make a homemade brioche with high butter content, make a homemade chutney, take some onion, and make a burger that is fully Indian yet very international by using a brioche and certain good baking techniques that the European and the French use. So we were able to create the world's softest burger, right? In a way, the bun is really spongy, airy, very low density. The pate-like texture of the galauti lends itself well. In fact, we've had a lot of foreigners, Americans, come up to me sometimes and say, "Buddy, that's the best burger I've ever had." And it's the best burger I've had. It's an Indian restaurant. So I think people have appreciated the influences with restraint. It's not like it's going to be like chunky and chewy at the same time, or it's going to be soft and the bun is going to be hard. So I think there's a lot of thought that's gone into that. That's one example. We have a risotto in Farzi Cafe, which is we call it a mushroom khichdi. It's actually a risotto where we obviously cook the rice a little bit more than al dente because that's the way the Indians like it. They don't like the bite; they like it softer. But it's like a khichdi made with cream and gucci and truffle oil and mushroom and Indianized masalas. So it works. And people like it. So it's that kind of influences we took of foods that we like internationally and somehow gave them an Indian twist, but with restraint.
All right. So today when you look at this is your 5th Farzi Cafe that you're opening now, and I think the concept's been a runaway hit.
Yes.
When you started out, did you see that happen, or did that take you by surprise as well?
when the idea was in my head, I thought it's going to be even bigger than what it is. Sometimes my mind takes me
pleasing
to
you,
places. No, my mind takes me to places which are beyond, my own comprehension.
Okay.
And I actually thought that, wait a minute, this has to work. It is so unique. It is so cutting edge. It's so well priced. It's got an active bar. It's got a music element. It's got the ultimate food. So it has done exceedingly well. In fact, to be very honest, our openings in Dubai and Bombay have been way beyond our expectations. So it's been a runaway hit in Delhi, in Connaught Place, in Gurgaon, which is the first one. They still have huge wait times, and they have very loyal patronage, and we feel humbled. We feel very appreciative of the fact that our diners have loved it so much. They come and choose to come again and again.
So why do you think they've loved it so much?
So many
been able
things.
to.
So many different things. It's not just one thing, right? It's not just the pricing. It's not just the food. It's not just the service standards. It's not just the look and feel. It's a combination of all of these in various weightages. So if you take a weighted mean average, food would still be the primary chunk of why people come back. But there are these other things that add up. Beautiful cocktails, lovely music, ambience. All of that plays a huge role. Service is integral. So I think it's a combination. It was a restaurant that we wanted to eat at ourselves a lot. And if you build something from the heart, if you build something with a lot of passion, it should work.